What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Warner Brothers Interactive has officially announced the next game in their long-running LEGO series, LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Revealed Tuesday alongside an announcement trailer, the family-friendly game will allow players to relive the events of the popular film reimagined using Legos. The clip pays homage to the first Force Awakens teaser released in 2014 with a comedic twist. The game will also feature scenes set before the film, bridging the gap between The Force Awakens and Return of the Jedi. Xbox leaked description from Monday read, "The Force is strong with this one. The #1 LEGO video game franchise triumphantly returns with a fun-filled, humorous journey based on the blockbuster Star Wars film. Play as Rey, Finn, Poe, BB-8, Kylo Ren, Han Solo, and the rest of your favorite characters from the movie." It continues by reading, the game will also feature exclusive playable content that bridges the story gap between Star Wars Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. Elizabeth Banks has been cast as the evil Rita Repulsa in Lionsgate's upcoming film revival of Power Rangers. Announced on social media Tuesday, Banks joined a growing young cast of young Hollywood actors, including Becky G, who plays Yellow Ranger, R.C. Seiler, who plays Blue Ranger, Darcy Montgomery, who plays Red Ranger, Ludi Lin, who plays Black Ranger, and Naomi Scott, who plays Pink Ranger. Based on the hit 1990s kids television series of the same name, Power Rangers follows the adventures of an ordinary group of high school students who are able to transform into colorful heroes able to wield powerful weapons and towering mechs in order to defend the Earth from the forces of evil. Rita Repulsa, a powerful witch who was imprisoned for thousands of years, serves as the main antagonist for the Rangers, using her magical staff to bring giant monsters to life in order to conquer the Earth. The official Instagram account posted alongside a promotional poster of Banks says, "Big news, at Elizabeth Banks joins the cast of at Power Rangers movie as the villainous #Rita Repulsa. Let the countdown begin in 2017. Directed by Dean Israelite, Power Rangers is set to debut in theaters March 24th, 2017. Late actor and director Alan Rickman is heard speaking to the curious protagonist in Disney's latest trailer of Alice Through the Looking Glass. Disney released a new 30-second teaser on Twitter Monday night featuring the return of Alice, played by Mia Wasikowska, and introduction of Sacha Baron Cohen as the ominous villain Time. Rickman, who died in January from a battle with cancer, is heard saying, "You've been gone too long, Alice," at the opening of the clip. He also says there are matters that cannot be neglected. Hurry. The new trailer also features the likes of Anne Hathaway, Helena Bonham Carter, Stephen Fry, and Michael Sheen. British actress Kate Winslet agrees she allowed Leonardo DiCaprio's Titanic character drown in one of the film's most famous scenes. Speaking with television host Jimmy Kimmel Monday night, Winslet says she feels both she and DiCaprio could have fit on the infamous floating door that saved her character's life but left her co-star to sink to the frozen depths. The Steve Jobs actress said 20 years after Titanic's release, "I think he could have actually fit on that bit of door." She also added, "People are always so excited to see Leo and myself in the same space, which, at the end of the day, that's so lovely, isn't it? It's been 20 years. It really is quite endearing, and we do laugh about it." Winslet added, "We were giggling about it last night. People still get overwhelmed with the Jack and Rose thing." Titanic is still one of the world's most celebrated films since it became a global hit after its 1997 release. Starring DiCaprio as the young Jack Dawson and Winslet as the aristocrat Rose DeWitt Bukater, the James Cameron film quickly became a beloved classic still referenced today. The internet has spoken, and they want Danny DeVito to voice Pokemon's lead mascot Pikachu. In a petition posted to change.org recently, 40,000 have shown their support for getting the actor to cast as the English voice of Pikachu in Nintendo's upcoming 3DS game Detective Pikachu. Assigned to be sent to Nintendo of America and the game's developer Game Freak, the petition says, "There are a number of us that feel as though Danny DeVito would be a prime fit for the voice acting role of the Detective Pikachu. We want to make this happen." As far as reasons go for the demand, one top comment explains, why would I want Why would I not want this? Supporting for the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia star gained stream Friday after a fan-made video by YouTube user THollow1 popped up online featuring DeVito's voice and likeness being played over the game's original teaser trailer. With a goal of 50,000 signatures, the movement needs 10,000 more before it can formally submit to Nintendo of America for consideration. Revealed in January, Detective Pikachu was announced as part of Nintendo's Year of the Pokemon event in celebration of the franchise's 20th anniversary. The game, which features a talking Pikachu solving cases with a human companion, is set to be released in Japan on February 3rd, with no U.S. release date announced. Sony Picture Classics says it will distribute the Sundance Film Festival hit The Eagle Huntress, which was produced by Daisy Ridley and features a theme song written and sung by Sia. Directed by Otto Bell and executive produced by Morgan Spurlock, the documentary is set in the remote Altai Mountains and tells the spellbinding true story of Asclepion, a 13-year-old Mongolian girl who is striving to become the first female eagle hunter in the 2,000 years of the male-dominated history, a press release said. Bell said it in a statement Monday, without question, Sony Pictures Classics is the dream distributor for our film. Now audiences around the world can enjoy Asclepion's story on the big screen. We are all very grateful for the SPC's passionate belief in this film. He also added, this is a spectacular one-of-a-kind movie. This young girl's true story about her amazing skills with eagles is told in a fresh and exciting way. It will inspire audiences of all ages. Naomi Watts and Tom Sizemore are rumored to have joined Showtime's Twin Peaks revival, according to reports. Despite lack of official confirmation, Deadline reports Watts, known for her role in the cult favorite Mulholland Drive, is reported to be joining the highly anticipated series alongside Sizemore. It is also rumored Lynch himself, who co-wrote the new script, may reprise his role as FBI Regional Bureau Chief Gordon Cole from the 1990s original series. News of the added cast member comes shortly after it was confirmed actress Laura Dern would join the project. Dern joined Twin Peaks veterans Kyle MacLachlan, Cheryl Lee, and Caroline Fenn, as well as newcomers Robert Knepler, Balthazar Getty, and Amanda Seyfried. In a recent interview, Showtime CEO David Nivens announced Twin Peaks was over halfway done filming. The revival is reportedly being produced as a movie and will be spliced into episodes. Ariel Winter didn't attempt to hide her scars from a recent breast reduction at the SAG Awards. The 18-year-old Modern Family actress instead revealed she wasn't embarrassed by the marks, writing on Instagram, they, quote, are a part of me and I'm not ashamed of them at all. Wearing a flowing black strapless gown, Winter flaunted her frame, including the appearance of slight imperfections on the side of her breast. She said on Sunday's tweet, there is a reason I didn't make an effort to cover my scars. Speaking with People after her June surgery, Winter predicted her breast reduction will be the only time she'll go under the knife for plastic surgery, but I'm extremely happy with the decision I made, she said. She also added, it's important to talk about it because there are young girls suffering like I did, but there shouldn't be a stigma about it. Swedish actor Joel Kinnaman has joined House of Cards Ensemble for Season 4, Netflix confirmed Tuesday. The political drama is to return to the online streaming service with fresh episodes March 4th. It stars Kevin Spacey picking up the Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Actor in a drama series last weekend for his performance. Kinnaman is best known for his work in the celebrated TV series The Killing. His film credits include RoboCop, Run All Night, and the upcoming Suicide Squad. Having recently impressed audiences by emulating Beyoncé on Lip Sync Battle, Channing Tatum is now proving that he can sing and tap dance as well. In a new clip promoting the actor's upcoming comedy, Hail Caesar, Tatum is seen singing and tap dancing on screen for the first time, channeling some of the greats from Hollywood's golden era. Dressed in an old-school sailor outfit, the video features the Magic Mike star singing a piano tune about the lack of women out at sea entitled No Dames. Sitting down with People magazine in an exclusive version of the clip Monday, Tatum discussed his role as Bert Gurney and what fans can expect when Hail Caesar opens in theaters February 5th. Tatum said Bert Gurney, he is a song and dance band. Bert is with a bunch of guys doing a big dance number. Had to do flips and pull-ups. That stuff is really, really fun. He continues about his character. Bert is the kind of an actor who has an outfit for everything. He has his eating dinner outfit. His soul lives in his hair. I think he's kind of a moron. A lot of the actors in this movie are portrayed as morons, which I think is hilarious. Directed by the Coen brothers, Hail Caesar, which takes place in Hollywood in the early 50s, also stars George Clooney, Josh Brolin, Scarlett Johansson, Jonah Hill, Tilda Swinton, and Ralph Fiennes. The comedy follows the story of a Hollywood fixer played by Brolin, who is trying to find a missing actor played by Clooney, who has been kidnapped by a mysterious organization. Tatum says of the Hollywood satire film, "It's really, really fun. This movie will be wildly entertaining on any level." Amazon says it's working on 4 live-action specials based on the iconic American Girl dolls. The first program is scheduled to premiere on the Amazon Prime Video online streaming service later this year. Tara Sorensen, the head of kids programming for Amazon Studio, said in a statement, "American Girl resonates strongly with kids and parents alike through its message of self-confidence, adventure, exploration, and learning. Their research dives deep and adds rich layers to the IP that are unparalleled in this space, which, in turn, will facilitate a truly enriched on-screen experience." Catherine Balsam-Schwaber, the chief content officer of Mattel Incorporation, said Amazon Studios has differentiated itself by creating shows that bring more than just entertainment to families. Their focus on creative, positive roles models that both inspire and educate was an absolute perfect fit with Mattel's mission of creating purposeful play. Partnering with Amazon shows our commitment to innovation and to bring content to our customers where, when, and how they want to watch it. Amber Rose and Kim Kardashian appears to make amends after a Twitter feud left both Rose's ex Wiz Khalifa and Kardashian's husband Kanye West at odds with each other. The two posted a selfie Monday, which they both posted on their respective social media platforms. Kardashian wrote a reference to gossip, "Tea anyone?" Rose, who added her own NSFW comments in the midst of last week's feud between the rappers, added the caption "swingers" to her post alongside a frog and a tea emoji, a reference to the famous meme of a Kermit the Frog sipping tea with the hashtag "but that's none of my business." The unlikely duo most likely met to discuss the Twitter beef between the men in their lives, first sparked when Wiz Khalifa criticized West's last-minute change to his album title, Now Waves. After mentioning a slang term for weed, KK, West misunderstood the tweet as bashing his wife and embarked on a 30-tweet rant against the rapper. After Kanye West apologized in his own way for the misunderstanding, Rose said in a recent interview that she never loved him. She said, "Real love was with my husband Wiz, my soon-to-be ex-husband. When you really find love, you just know. So you look back at your past relationships and go, ew, I didn't love those fools. Wiz was the love of my life. He was the only man I ever loved." Actor and television talk show host James Corden is to preside over the 70th annual Tony Awards ceremony, CBS announced Tuesday. Corden is the star of The Late Late Show with James Corden and a previous Tony winner for his performance in One Man, Two Governors. This year's Tony recognizes excellence of the 2015-2016 Broadway season is to take place June 12th at the Beacon Theater in New York City. The ceremony will be aired on CBS. Corden said in a statement, "I'm absolutely thrilled to be hosting the Tony Awards. Both times I've worked on Broadway have been among the happiest times of my professional life. I consider it a huge honor to be asked to host such an incredible night. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to dust off my tap shoes." Jack Sussman, Executive Vice President of Specials, Music, and Live Events for CBS Entertainment, says, "We are thrilled to have James Corden not only as a member of the CBS family, but as the host of this year's Tony Awards. James is the ultimate performer, actor, singer, and comedian, and the perfect choice to host this prestigious and always entertaining live television event." American pop star Lady Gaga is set to sing the Star-Spangled Banner as part of the Super Bowl 50's pregame festivities on Sunday, the NFL and CBS announced Tuesday. The performance will be televised live on CBS, which has rights to broadcast the game prior to kickoff. The British rock band Coldplay is scheduled to provide the musical entertainment during the game's halftime show. More than 118.5 million viewers tuned in for last year's Super Bowl when New England Patriots defeated the Seattle Seahawks and set the record for the most watched television program in history. The Denver Broncos will play the Carolina Panthers Sunday in the NFL Championship game, which will be played at the new Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, just south of San Francisco. And in the related story, the Recording Academy says it has tapped Lady Gaga to perform a tribute to Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award recipient David Bowie, who died of cancer last month at the age of 69. A news release said, affording audiences a chance to experience Bowie's music once again, the tribute will be a multi-sensory testament to the superstar's incredible artistry and a reflection of his limitless creativity. LL Cool J is hosting the prize presentation, which honors excellence in all genres of music at the Staples Center in Los Angeles on February 15th. The event will air on CBS. Lady Gaga joins previously announced performers Adele, James Bay, Andrea Day, Ellie Goulding, Sam Hunt, Tori Kelly, Kendrick Lamar, Little Big Town, Carrie Underwood, and The Weeknd. Ken Edrich, the telecast executive producer, said in a statement Tuesday, "We have already booked Lady Gaga on this year's show, but when David passed, almost in a single moment, we knew we had to change direction. We immediately spoke and agreed that she would be the one to honor David. She's perfect for it. So I reached out to musical director Niles Rogers, and before long, we were on our way to creating what we believe will not only make a great Grammy moment, but one fitting for David." The next Red Hot Chili Peppers record is almost complete, frontman Anthony Kiedis revealed recently. Speaking on radio, Joni's Jukebox last week, Kiedis said his band and collaborator Brian Burton, a.k.a. Danger Mouse, wrote a host of new songs for the upcoming album. Kiedis said, "We have written 24 songs before we got with Danger Mouse," mentioning the long-awaited album is in the home stretch. He also added he is like, "Let's keep a few of those, but let's go write all new songs in the studio." We're looking at each other like, "Dude, we kind of already wrote the songs." He's like, "No, I like to write new ones in the studio." So in honor of accommodating this new process, we wrote all new songs, and it's a good thing we did. News of the soon-to-be completed album spreads just as the Red Hot Chili Peppers announced a benefit concert in support of presidential candidate Bernie Sanders. Band member Flea said the news on social media last week, writing, "Feels great to support someone I believe in." The Red Hot Chili Peppers offered to give him the money to pay for the theater that night, but he won't accept. He only accepts small donations from individuals. This is a man of integrity. The concert will take place in Los Angeles on February 5th, just a handful of days after Sanders was announced the second-place winner of the Iowa caucus behind Hillary Clinton. The Smashing Pumpkins are ready to hit the road again on a new tour, this time with singer Liz Phair as their opening act. Announced Monday, the band's acoustic focus in Plainsong tour will kick off a 19-city trek starting March 22nd in Portland, Oregon, and commencing a month later on April 20th in Houston, Texas. The tour follows the Smashing Pumpkins' previous acoustic tour last summer before they joined up with Marilyn Manson. The group said on their official website, building on their fans' demands for more of last year's brief but critically acclaimed In Plainsong tour, the Smashing Pumpkins returned to the road this spring to bring the acoustic electro evening across the country for a full run of classic North American theaters. The statement also continued last year's show sold out in a matter of minutes, and the iconic venues the band picked for the performances proved the perfect intimate setting for an evening of acoustic-based music and electronic soundscapes that allowed the Pumpkins to explore their whole song catalog in a unique way. Following the tour, the Smashing Pumpkins will record a new album to follow up 2014's Monuments to an Elegy. This will be Liz Phair's first full tour of the U.S. in 6 years. Tickets for the In Plainsong tour are set to go on sale Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. British rock band Def Leppard postponed the rest of their winter 2016 tour due to illness, the band announced on their website Monday. The remaining 10 dates of their U.S. tour were postponed, including scheduled dates in San Antonio, Little Rock, Atlantic City, and Brooklyn, but also included previous postponed from late January in Greensboro, North Carolina, and Orlando, Florida. New dates will be announced soon, and tickets from the rescheduled show will be honored, the band promised. Though only listing illness as the reason for the postponed shows, drummer Rick Allen says on Twitter 56-year-old lead singer Joe Elliott was suffering from a strained voice. Allen wrote, "The doctor basically said if Joe continues to sing without resting his throat for a month, he might do permanent damage." The band was one of the biggest rock acts of the 80s with hits like Pour Some Sugar on Me and Photograph, and has been on tour since April in support of a new album. Jay-Z's Roc Nation record label is countersuing Rita Ora after the singer attempted to get out of her contract back in December. Ora signed with Roc Nation for a 5-album deal when she was 18 in 2008. So far, the singer has only released one album under that deal, the self-titled Ora, in 2012. Roc Nation is now suing Ora for breach of contract and claims that they have suffered millions in damages after investing money to develop and promote her still unreleased second album. This lawsuit states, according to the New York Post, Roc Nation's marketing and recording costs to date for Miss Ora's still incompleted second album are not less than $2,353,500. In an attempt to be released from Roc Nation, the Black Widow songstress filed a lawsuit in December claiming that the label had orphaned her and was focused on other ventures outside her music career. A statement says, when Rita Ora signed, Roc Nation and its senior executives were very involved with her as an artist. The complaint continues by saying, as Roc Nation's interests diversified, there were very fewer resources available, and the company suffered a revolving door of executives. Rita's remaining supporters at the label left or moved on to other activities to the point where she is no longer had a relationship with anyone at the company. In a statement provided to the Wrap, Ora's attorney Howard King says that Jay-Z has already agreed to release her from her contract. King says Jay-Z has personally and graciously promised Rita complete freedom from Roc Nation, the details of which are now being finalized. We believe that Roc Nation's distributor Sony Music has required Roc Nation to file this action to preserve whatever rights Sony might have pending resolution. Ora filed in Los Angeles to take advantage of the state's 7-year rule, which limits personal service contracts to 7 years. Roc Nation filed their countersuit in Manhattan Superior Court. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1959, the music dies in an Iowa cornfield. It was already snowing in Minneapolis, and the general forecast for the area along the intended route indicated deteriorating weather conditions, wrote the Civil Aeronautics Board investigators 6 months after the crash that killed Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson on this date in 1959. It said, the ceiling and visibility were lowering, and winds aloft were so high one could reasonably have expected to encounter adverse weather during the estimated 2-hour flight. All this information was available to 21-year-old pilot Roger Peterson if only he had asked for it. Instead, he relied on an incomplete weather report and on the self-confidence of youth in making the decision to take off from Clear Lake, Iowa, shortly after midnight on February 3, 1959. Untrained and uncertified in an instrument-only flight, Peterson was flying into conditions that made visual navigation impossible. The investigation authorities concluded, considering all of these facts, the decision to go seems more imprudent. The young pilot's decision to go may have well been influenced by the eagerness of his almost equally young client Buddy Holly to spare himself and his backing band another miserable night in the unheated tour bus that had already sent his drummer to the hospital with symptoms of frostbite. 11 days into a scheduled 23-stop tour, Holly was fed up, worn out, and looking forward to a good night's rest in a warm bed before the next night's show in Moorhead, Minnesota. In a similar mindset was a tired and ill J.P. Richardson, who played on the sympathies of Holly's guitars to wangle his seat on the flight with Holly. That guitarist was future country legend Waylon Jennings. Meanwhile, Tommy Alsop, Holly's guitarist, offered to flip a coin with the young and up-and-coming young star Ritchie Valens for a seat. And so it was that Peterson's Beechcraft Bonanza carried not only Holly and his band, but Holly and 2 of the 3 other stars on the Winter Dance Party Tour on its ill-fated flight. Dion was the 4th of those stars, but he would join Alsop, Jennings, and the various other tour musicians on the freezing bus ride ahead. The plane would crash, and Holly, Richardson, Valens, and Peterson would all be dead within 5 minutes of takeoff as a direct result of pilot error. On the next morning, when Waylon Jennings learned what had happened hours earlier, would he recall his final good-natured exchange with Buddy Holly? Well, said Holly, when he learned of Jennings' swap with the Big Bopper, I hope your bus freezes over. Jennings' response, well, I hope your plane crashes. And as your entertainment report for Wednesday, February 3rd, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.